come on, you said I had time to eat my sandwich. Bloody tough. Tell you what.
Just doing my job.
No, bloody hell. You reckon the audience would do that, particularly if we were fighting?
People hate it when people eat on camera.
Okay.
No. Anyway,
I'm not allowed to go off the camera for a bit and finish my sandwich.
Guys, to our monthly Q&A. Dad's eating food.
Munchies here, sorry.
So like always, fire away with questions. Happy to answer them. Hopefully, Dad will stop eating in a second.
Apparently, it's very rude to eat on camera. But I didn't know it started this soon. I was getting organised. We got this really cool Turkish bread from this shop down in town today, and it's really quite yummy. So couldn't help myself. That little snack.
It's all right.
You never know what's going to happen on this show. Don't watch.
Cool. So we've had a pretty busy week. Oh, last week as well as this week. We've been to the Gold Coast for the annual Australian Bee Congress. So that was awesome. We got to meet a few viewers, which was cool. So we got back from the Gold Coast. You got back yesterday, I got back Saturday, and then we just got back to the Riverland today.
Oh my God.
So
yes, so we're a little bit pooped.
But
did you see that stupid shit with the bush bee man in the city stuck in a stairwell? That was pretty crazy. I'm not sure what that was about, but anyway.
Yeah.
I was trying to get to the penthouse, but I messed it up. At least the security guard didn't actually arrest us, because that would have been bad.
Oh, yeah, that was a good stuff.
Yeah. Otherwise you might not be seeing us, because we could have been in the Queensland jail.
Definitely.
That could have been a worry.
Yeah.
Imprisoned.
Cool. So far away, type in any questions you want to answer. What else has been happening? So what did you learn at the bee conference?
I don't know, it's a big industry. I learned that much. There's a lot of people interested in saving the bees and looking after things, and I tell you what, there's some serious players. Yeah, thousands of hives. And I listened to this American dude, and he had 27,000 hives.
19,000 hives.
Oh, okay, correct me. I thought 27 sounded good, but anyway, maybe it was only 19. But 27 sounded better. But anyway, if you Google me and ask me, and I can tell you 27, he can tell you 19, and we'll figure it out.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a hell of a lot anyway. It was a hell of a lot. So it was like, man, that's a lot of bee boxes.
They were driving from southern Florida, I think, to California for almonds, and then they were moving them all up further, I think, to the border of Canada for some other pollination, and then up to half of them went to upstate New York, I think, and then all over the place. So
it's crazy shit.
Pretty crazy.
Yeah. It was insane. Like, the amount of moving they were doing. I was worn out watching it. I didn't know what to think. I was thinking, man, that was beyond a little bit of excitement for my thinking. I thought, wow, I don't think I want to get that big. I was just a couple hundred hives is silly enough.
Cool. Thanks for the first question. Got a first question.
Oh.
So, do you have anything special in mind for when you reach 10,000 subscribers?
Oh,
we're pretty close.
That's a bloody good question.
I think we're only.
Have you anything in mind for us? There you go. I'll ask you a rhetorical question. What do you reckon? What do you? I mean, that's pretty amazing that we've got that many subscribers.
I think we're about just under 800 away from 10,000. Yeah. So, which is awesome. So, thank you guys.
Yeah, yes, you are rocking that shit. Any suggestions? Menza. There you go. Apologising for my pronunciation because my poor old stupid eyes don't work so good. But I don't know. I reckon we could do some pretty cool shit with that. But exactly how that works, I don't know. I'm not really an internet guru, so I don't know. But we should do something cool. Maybe we'll have a party. How about if we have a cake? We can have a bee me piss up, and you could watch me. But that'd be a bit stupid.
It'd just be one bloke on a live camera getting drunk.
And then the whole world will see how silly I am naturally. Well, I already see that already, haven't you?
Don wants to know Given our current run of episodes about fridge beehive, would you build one out of a filing cabinet?
Well, you probably could. It's probably just the insulation quality. Because I went with the fridge because the insulation quality of the fridge kind of for the temperature control. But no, what the hell?
Oh,
Maybe you should build one out of a filing cabinet and send us some pictures. Send us some pictures. I'll pronounce that properly. Send us some pictures.
finish eating?
Yeah, you're picking on me. It was very nice.
He carried from mainland Maryland in the US,
Well
I assume.
done.
I think
How you
Maryland's
going, Kerry?
US. And then Cloudface, nice name, from Finland.
Oh, well done. So you're where the Paradise boxes come from, dude. Cool. We love our Finnish brothers.
Which is awesome. So we also, when we were at the conference, we got to meet David Huckenberg,
Yes.
who's the American beekeeper that first noticed colony collapse syndrome, where beekeeper would return to the box and find them empty, or with only just a few dead bees in it, because the bees, when they get sick, they fly away from the colony, and so when there was a lot of sick bees, they all started to leave the hive and led to colony collapse because there wasn't enough to look after the rest. So, yeah, we did an interview with him, so that episode will be coming up over the next month, and that was really awesome. Waltzing bees. Greetings from Canada. Cool. Do we ship to Canada?
As in, yes, we can ship some. We do ship honey to Canada. We have done that.
And I'm presently using Australian Canelines for my queens, and I wondered what choice for your breeds, bees breeds in Australia.
Yep, I'm using them. But your pronunciation is crap, so I'm crap with that, John. But anyway, yeah, the Cannellonis and the anyway, they're basically Italian girls. So yeah, I use both of them to try and get a bit of a mix in the field. So you're on the money. The only thing with those ones that, well, they're probably good where you're in Canada. They're probably good because they do a lot more of the populus and stuff, so they're good at keeping themselves warm.
Yeah,
but it's good to keep the genetics a little bit, diversified. That's my plan.
Cool. Yeah, Cloudface said you put them to good use.
Yes, we are. They're very cool boxes, actually.
Plans for an observation hive. Yes, we're getting onto that so we can film within the hive while not disturbing them too much, and a few other techniques. I found a really good article about a documentary that was made about bees and the way they filmed it, so that was really insightful. So I'm going to put some of that stuff to use, which will be awesome.
He's been hitting me up to try and make one, but I've put him onto it. So we're having to do it with argy-bargy because my plan and his plan is because I'm just being practical and he's wanting to make the shit work. Well, filming-wise, I mean.
Yeah. Patty is saying hi from New Hampshire, US.
Hey, Patty, how you doing, champ?
Well, I'm not sure.
I don't know. Doesn't matter. Champ covers it.
Champ, true.
Champ covers girl or boy. Yeah. I'm not being...
yes, champ is gender neutral.
I hope it is. It meant to be in Oz. It's gender neutral.
Cool.
It's like mate. Mate in most countries is gender neutral too. No,
I don't know.
Well, no, we're going to have an argument about that in a minute. Anyway, what are we up to? Waltzing bees.
No problem. Keeping them warm. It's presently 38 degrees Celsius. So there's summer over there.
Awesome.
We don't all live in igloos in Canada. Nice.
Well done.
You're lucky.
No. Well, the igloos a bit higher than Canada, aren't they? Because that's your the dudes like.
Yeah, I know, but the joke is this.
Yeah, cool. No, I'm just jealous that you can actually skate. You can go skating on your own lakes. I mean, how cool is that? Like, we don't even have lakes, but we can't even. We wouldn't get bloody cup.
Bummer.
Yeah, but we couldn't skate on the full thing. It doesn't get that. Well, it gets cold in the morning, but not proper cold.
True. What's it like? 14 degrees?
Yeah, where's the hats? Good point, Steve. I am still working on it. He's bloody mean, I tell you. You give him shit, that's good.
Patty says champ is okay.
Yeah, cool. Thanks, Patty.
Great, actually. Amy mentioned, have you seen the hives that drain the honey without removing frames? I can't remember the brand name, but wonder if they would work for a larger production or just a home hobby thing.
I personally think they would have more of a home gardeny sort of backyard thing with a few. If you wanted to get, I don't know how you'd afford to buy 5,000 of the full things anyway, but they're really quite cool. It's like the newer version of the flow hives are better because you can at least get in the brood box and look after them a bit, which is a fairly important part.
Because that's a good point. Because something that was brought up at the conference was there's nothing wrong with flow hives. It's just awareness with hobby beekeepers that if your bees do all just die, not to just assume that you screwed it up, but to check the brood and make sure that it wasn't a disease or anything like that. So I guess that's something that we're hoping to make a video about the Varroa mite and the fact that we don't have it and what the implications of it and that kind of stuff. And yeah, flow hives and being able to check the brood and make sure you check the brood if you do have a colony that does die to guarantee it's not going to spread diseases throughout the bee population. So Matters says free hats for 10,000 subscribers.
Probably depends on the Patreon support on that,
Well, that's good.
I don't know. I'm not really sure how. I'm not really sure how this shit works.
If every subscriber gave $1, I reckon we could buy everybody a hat.
Is that how that would work?
I reckon probably be enough.
Well, I suppose 10,000. Well, not everybody.
What?
Well, because if you got $1 from 10,000, that would still get us.
Yeah, but if we run it for 3 months.
Okay. But, honestly, I don't know how it works, but yeah, what the hell? We could come up with some sort of gift for hats. I don't know. I just want the bloody thing for myself. So I could wear a Bush Bee Man hat. That was my bad plan.
Yeah, Amy, hopefully at some point we'll be able to get a flow hive and do a review and see how it works and have a look at it.
Don't tell my wife. It's on her agenda. She's been picking on me, so shh. But you're quite right. It could be quite cool.
You know that she'll get the flow hive and then she'll get bored after about 2 weeks and then you'll have to look after her anyway.
Yeah, but that's cool. But don't tell her. Because I borrow all her shit, so that's fair. That's how marriage works after 30 years.
True.
You do shit together.
I hope Mum's not in another room watching this.
She's asleep. It's all good.
Okay, cool.
No, but it's cool. It's what it is. That's what relationships are.
Oh, yeah, true.
She
buys shit and you need to pay.
She doesn't buy that much shit. She's good, actually. I buy it. Well, it's just as well she buys shit. Otherwise, we wouldn't have anything to borrow.
Mum does watch.
Yes.
Mum finds it rather entertaining. It's actually my wife who checks all the episodes to proof them that normally has something to say about what's acceptable and what's not. So, yeah.
We've been married for 30 years, sweetheart, so she knows I'm a bit of a twat.
Thanks, Fro. Yeah, we've starting to gain a bit more traction. Fortunately, our channel finally, after 6 months of waiting, got monetized last week, so that will help a lot to help fund the show to keep going, and that also helps us. The benefit of that also puts us on the suggested video list. So that'll
share the love, Frey.
Yeah,
share the love. That's what it is.
Yeah, the more you guys share the videos around on Facebook and other social media, that'd be awesome. Yeah, so thanks, Frey. It's been a while since I last saw the beehive lift on the video. Do you still use it?
Yes. No, it's a bloody awesome piece of equipment. It's just that we're in the middle of the sort of winter, so best not to move the girls any more than I have to. But come spring, you'll see that little lifty dude in action. It's a bloody helpful little bit of stuff. And we'll use it to get the honey extracting going on. And
at the bee conference, we actually met, is he from Hungary? Hungary? No. Where is
around there.
From Europe, Eastern Europe. The actual guy who makes the bee lifts over in Eastern Europe was actually at the conference. So we got to meet him. Bee Louis. So the Louis that we couldn't work out what Louis meant on the machine is actually his nickname.
Yeah. This is kind of cool. So it's a really cool little piece of machinery, actually.
Yeah, so, thanks, Frey, for sharing. That's awesome. Really, really appreciate it. Yeah, it makes it's a huge help, and it gets the word out there, so that's awesome. Watching Bees, curious just how many hive colonies do you have at the moment?
Yeah, about 110 if you don't count all the nukes. So we're working on it. That's coming up spring. We've got a heap of splits going on, so that'll be fun. We'll see what happens. Hope this lad's feeling fit.
if you saw, I think last month we ran the video where we wintered down the beehives at the top of the almond paddock where we set them up for a spring split. So
Yeah.
that was pretty cool.
Young Sierra's asking, how did that trip to the Bee Congress go? It was actually pretty good. Thanks for bringing up the grandparents to look after my dear wife. You're a great little... Is that to make her a niece?
Yeah,
You're a cool niece. I don't know, I lose track, but yeah, I reckon you're awesome anyway.
Thanks, Sarah. Cheers for that. The big conference was awesome.
It was. Very insightful. Tell you what, there's some serious players.
Yeah, there's I guess some of the bigger people pollinating is insane how many beehives they have.
I was just tired thinking about it. But it was really cool because there was a lot of other hobby beekeepers there and small beekeepers. And there was a dude there that had a whole beekeeping thing in the city, and he was on top of the buildings and stuff. And he said you weren't allowed to go more than the 4th floor, otherwise the molasses got a little bit lost getting up there. So that was interesting.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah, because if you had it too high up, they would get worn out flying up there.
Makes sense.
So I don't know how they get on the top of a red gum that's like 20 stories high, but anyway.
Thanks, Kat, for finding an immigrant. That's a great idea, actually. I was trying to think of other ways of posting on posts, so we could do a day in beekeeping. I guess that would be awesome.
What's that thing?
Not sure what Steve means. 10 weeks to go.
No, the gift thing.
So you know?
Sorry, I don't even understand. See, I'm on this internet thing and I have no idea what's going on. So.
You know how? So it's a series of photos turned into a video.
Oh.
It's what I posted on Reddit last week. They got us really noticed on I think it was the subreddit educational gifts. So that was awesome. We gained a whole heap of subscribers from that. So that was freaking awesome. Sarah says no worries.
Cool.
It was a lot of fun. And she says,
girl.
I hope your shed stays clean.
Oh, good luck. Good luck. Dad's coming. Well, your pop, my dad's coming back to do it again. He might even help me nail some boxes together, he reckons. So you might have to bring him back.
What happens with bees overflow in spring?
Oh, bees in spring, they're psychopaths. Tell you what, that's why you got to split them and... Well, not all of them, not all the colonies, but you got to just monitor them and then you multiply. Either that or they multiply themselves and bugger off into a tree somewhere or into your neighbour's tree, which is messed up if you're in the city. But it's good, but it's busy.
Yeah, that's not because we started treating this after that the swarm season last year. So yeah, that'll be something we're looking forward to filming. So that'll be cool. Can you give a quick explanation of exactly how the smoke calms the bees?
Yeah, well, with the smoke, it's pretty much about the thing in the wild. The bees are pretty cool because they sense a fire coming, and if they sense a fire coming, then they fill their little tummies full of honey. So they're ready to bugger off if their nest gets incinerated, because obviously they're in a tree and they're in a forest and the forest is on fire. So if the freaking tree burns down, they can bugger off. So when you smoke them, it just basically triggers that hormone, and so it distracts them for one, and it gets them to have a big pig out on their own stores, and then they just chill out a bit. And they go, it's a bit like us when we've had a belly full of food and a cup of tea or a glass of beer or whatever, and we're ready for a nap.
Yeah, so Frey, keeps them busy for the moment. That's a good way of putting it.
Yeah.
Cloudface, awesome. Cloudface 333. That's an awesome username. Any crazy ideas for hives you want to try apart from the fridge one?
Oh well, hell, if you've watched that episode, you've got to remember that an old man wakes up at 2:00 and dreams stupid shit up. At the moment, I'm still going through that one.
Yeah,
but I don't know. I could come up with some other dumb ideas. The kitchen cupboard looked pretty cool, but you need a house to put that in.
Yeah, I know the fridge episodes are taking a little while to get through, but yeah, they're it's a way of...
It's a big project.
Yeah, it's a big project, and given winter, there's not much else to do, so we thought we'd do a detailed build video on those. So that was cool. So
we thought we'd do a build video nowadays. And there's a couple of episodes that I've actually managed to string some words together without swearing. So I mean that's pretty good. Well, yeah, it's had enough content for that.
You're just desensitized now to the amount of swearing. Even my grandma says he's not swearing as much, which isn't the case, but that's okay. We desensitized my grandma to swearing.
Yeah, well, that's all right. Yeah. See, just got to roll it into the conversation.
That's true. That works. Yeah. How do you feel about walk-ins? Got to visit the in-laws in Peary next week. It's a bit of a hike out there, but might just get bored enough to wander that way.
Weirder things have happened. You can walk in if you want. Bring a bottle of port, and it's all good.
Cool. Thanks, Freya. Yeah, well, because I guess that's what I was aiming for with the editing style and the style of the show. A lot of, I guess, reality television. I guess non-scripted information shows. I can't remember what the category is. Adam Savage says it the best for like Mythbusters and that kind of stuff. I find that a lot of like shows on Discovery are now overproduced in the sense of just trying to drum up tension, whereas the style I wanted to keep was a little bit more free flowing, give its own energy. That has a lot of energy, so I don't think it needed to be forced. So yeah, I wanted to keep it more relaxed, like you said. It's to keep it relaxing. I mean, I think we all live pretty busy lives, and the internet's busy and everything. So I just wanted to have something that where it can be informative, enjoyable, but also relaxing. So I'm glad that's how it makes you feel. So awesome. I guess we're achieving the goal, which is awesome.
Be nice to be relaxing a little bit, isn't it? It's crazy. Well,
for the rest of us that aren't in the land of Oz, you mentioned as it's your winter slump. What's the average temperatures in your area season by season?
At the minute, most mornings is about -3. But during the day, because we live in the desert here in the Riverland, so it's fucking cold in the morning and nice in the afternoon, then cold again at night. So it starts off about -3, and then it gets up to about 13, 14. But it feels warmer because you got unless the wind's blowing.
That's Celsius, by the way. Yeah.
Oh, sorry, Celsius. Yes, I don't know what that in Fahrenheit is, but
then,
and so it's quite pleasant. My dad always says it's an awesome place to retire because as long as you don't get out of bed until 10 and you go back inside before 3, it's all good.
And then during
summer, it's insane the other way.
Yeah,
it's
so
bloody
it's like
hot.
Between late 30s to mid 40s, so it gets bloody hot. So
you have a big cool change and it's 28 at night.
So. Matthew wants to know when we're going over to London. Maybe one day, hopefully, if we can work out a way to
figure out how to fund it all.
Yeah, that would be awesome. And
we're trying to fund getting around Australia at this point.
Yeah. And he says it's fracking hot over here now. The bees are going nuts. Matthew, just out of curious, what's the maximum temperature over in London at the moment?
During a summer day. Sort of your summery late summer, early spring? I mean, late spring, early summer. Is that where England's at? Or
no, late midsummer, isn't it? Yeah, I think they're up to that. The pacing over dramatized stuff makes it way easier, enjoyable, and relaxing to watch. Cool. Thanks, Frey. I just wanted to be able to let it find its own rhythm. So sometimes it has to be the editing. Sometimes has to dictate it, but a lot of the time, I just let it. It's a lot of going with what feels right. So 30 is crazy. 32 in London midsummer.
Cool.
Man, I wish summer was only 30 degrees.
But it's different. It's different hot too in Europe because it's a different hot.
Humid?
It's more stifling hot, they say. But because here when it's 42, you're like, well, fuck that shit. I'm going inside under the air conditioning.
True. Yeah. We're Kiwi boys, so it's a taste of home here.
Yeah, cool.
Nice. It's awesome. Which one of you decided to do the show? Did it require much convincing?
Yes. That was actually... Now this is where it gets stupid. It was my idea and his talent that actually made it all happen, which is kind of crazy. We were going to do one episode. Well, I think I convinced you to do one episode, and it was apparently funny. So here we are. What are we on? 60 now.
68 tomorrow.
Yeah, 68 tomorrow. There you go. That's more than my age already.
Yeah. Dad. I've always wanted to do something with Dad, and he's always had these crazy ideas, but I never really felt like any of them long term. Like a fish farm one time.
A fish farm?
You did a fish farm? What else did you do?
Aquaponics, by the way. Just get that right. It was actually fish shitting on the vegetables to make them grow. So
sure, okay.
And it wasn't going to work long term, but it was fun.
And with Dad getting into beekeeping, he had watched a lot of YouTube videos. that were super informative but not very entertaining. And so he came to me and said, "Could we try something?" And I was like,
here we are.
I was like, "Well, okay. I'm assuming we're going to have to film 3 episodes and throw them out till we work out what we want to do." And then I surprisingly we shot for a day, and I went back home and cut it together,
and here we are.
Pinterest palette making crap, and then here we are. So yeah. Do you have any opinions or even insight on CCD? So
I'm not even sure what
CCD is. What David Huckenberry was talking about.
Colony collapse.
Yeah, colony collapse.
Oh my God! Well, it's mainly because beekeeping and modern agriculture don't like each other. I mean, there's the modern agricultural chemicals to make, I guess, to control the insects of monoculture. Like, they're very clever chemists, but they forgot the fact that there's insects that we want to keep around. And so, yeah, it's a bloody problem, because we're solving one. Well, it's typical humans. We solve one problem and create 3. I mean, that's just about how it works. Well, we solved the problem of how the hell to get from here to there really quick, and then we polluted the shit out of the planet. So, I mean, I don't know. It's a bit like everything else we do.
Yeah, I explained a bit earlier what CCD is. So when a bee gets sick within the colony, it will fly away. So then to die, so it doesn't affect the rest of the colony. And what was happening with essentially the Varroa mite and a few other things is a lot of bees were getting affected. So a lot of them are flying away to let themselves die so the colony wouldn't get sickened. But then so many were flying away that it would leave the rest to not be able to cope and also get disease. And so then they'd die out. So, yeah.
Yeah, because of basically the insecticide is, it's a secondhand. I guess it's a little bit like when you get a secondhand cold.
Yeah.
Or a secondhand virus as us humans, and you get crook, but of course they're only little, so they get crook and then they kick it.
I just want thank you to everybody that's supporting us on Patreon.
Yeah,
You're really helping
that shit.
This show, helping us to continue making the show, and also really look to start budgeting towards going to visit people like William from the Bunyip Bee Company and other people around us, and then maybe go to Kangaroo Island where they've got bees that are exclusive to that area and that kind of stuff. So thank you guys so much for your support. Anything from even like $1 or more helps. So don't forget that we've still got a few more of I can't remember how many got spaces left, but if you give $10 for 3 months, we send you a jar from the 50th episode of the fridge honey. So yeah, keep that in mind. But yeah, even $1 goes a long way. So thank you guys for your support. You guys have been awesome, and it means a lot to us to get that support for making the show, because we love making it for you guys. So yeah.
And we might even be going off. Where the hell are we going today? What did you say? You had some people talking about helping some folks in Vietnam or somewhere?
Cambodia.
Oh, Cambodia.
Yeah.
There's some people in Cambodia that are sort of thinking about, I don't know how the hell we're going to fund helping them to get some beekeeping shit up and running, but you never know if we get enough support, and maybe there's some support to help out. Would that make them the third world?
I'm not sure.
How's that work?
I'm not sure how that works, but somebody on family friend that was talking to me at a party on the weekend about how they're looking to find ways to focus international aid from Australia instead of just giving it to corporations and funding it through direct organizations to create jobs for poverty-stricken countries. So beekeeping is one of those avenues. And the cool thing about beekeeping is it's pretty hard to automate. So it's labor intensive, and so it could be a possible way of giving a lot of people an opportunity. So
I like your thought, Paddy. I've been talking about how we're going to integrate showing you guys the rest of the family. We don't really know how we're going to put that together, but they're a bit camera shy, actually. That's the thing. So really, So, but anyway, I like that idea. Maybe we could have a quick picnic.
Maybe, yeah. I mean, my sister's a quite successful hairdresser. So if you look up Tiffany deCaux, you can see some of her work. She's in the Australian fame team, so the top 4 under 30s at the moment.
Yeah,
and going to London, and check her out on Instagram. You can see some of her awesome work. So
it's a fameless family, except for me. Well, actually, I'm working on being famous. Well, that Bush Bee man dude, I don't know who he is, but he's apparently popular.
You're hiring any summer interns?
Well, we might be. Depends. I don't know. I'm not making any money myself yet, dude. So I'm not sure how the pay will go. But
interns, I think, is volunteers.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh,
it's like work experience.
Okay.
Do you get many
Well,
calls?
if you're up for some work experience, I don't know. That sounds good.
Cloudface wants to know: do you get many calls to save the bees?
Oh shit! Yeah, crazy crap. Well, that's half of the show. It's about saving. That's where this thing all started. At this time of year, not so many because you don't. Even when people ring me up right now, I just don't really want to mess with them because if you move the hives in this sort of like in the wintertime, it's not really a good idea. So I usually tell them to calm down and the girls aren't going to do them any harm and we'll turn up in the spring. But yeah, we do get bee rescues. I was talking to a chick at the conference the other day though, and she was actually a professional bee rescuer. And when there's bees that are too hard for me to rescue, I can pass them on to her. So I thought that was pretty cool. What's that? Mark says, "Hi guys, keep up the fantastic work. Your relaxed approach to beekeeping is awesome." Oh, in Wollonga. Oh, cool. I used to live in Wollonga. That was where I grew up. That was before Wollonga got really trendy and cool. Hang on, he's left me in the light. It's all gone a bit weird here. Oh, cool. Is that crocodile? Does that say crocodile? I can't bloody read. Hell, he's left me here to read by myself and I can't read for crap. But anyway, thank you. Malaya. Cool.
Is that?
Is that Malaya? Kathy King from Malaya. What's Malaya?
Malaya.
Where the hell's Malaya? I'm sorry, Kathy. I'm retarded. I really suck at the whole world thing. We were talking about the flat world thing, and we're not really sure where we're at with that, but I'm sure Malaya's not flat. No, it is it's on the bloody planet. Sorry, I'm being stupid.
Jeez. SA Pascal.
Oh,
Malala.
Oh, Malala, dickhead. Ah, there you go. Sorry. Put myself down already. Sorry, sweetheart.
Thanks, Crocodile. Where are we, Matt? Can we buy the honey in the UK?
Yes, you can.
We have to ship it to you, but
the postage is a bit crap. But anyway, tell you what, Matt, we get organised and we get a couple of seasons in, or maybe next season when we get a bit bigger flow, we might actually have to get someone to have a bit of a, so we could ship a bigger quantity to someone individually, and then you could disperse it across. We're thinking about that for UK and America, but we haven't got that far yet.
Cool.
But Australia Post is seriously insanely expensive. They made more money out of this shipping honey thing than me.
Matters. Finally got your registration letters from Persia the other day. I'm totally stoked.
Oh,
that's awesome.
God for that. Takes a bit of effort, doesn't it?
Matt says he'll take 10%
on the sales. Yeah, well, that makes sense. Obviously, you got to take something. You're not going to do it for nothing. It's capitalism, for goodness sakes. Hell, I wouldn't expect you to do it for free.
You expect me to do this for free?
Yeah, well, you're my kid. You're supposed to do it for free. You're supposed to bloody help me out. I'm old and buggered.
I hope you find a retirement home. Have you guys thought of using a flow hive for beekeeping? It's like a bee house with a facet for beekeeping.
Yeah, we know what a flow hive is, dude. It's all good. And yes, we have thought about it. My dear wife wants to get one, and we are working on it. We just need them to sponsor us because we're just holding out so they can. You email them and tell them you want to see the Bush Bee Man do that shit, and then you can buy one off them and mess with their heads.
Tish, hey, well, good morning from New Mexico with her son.
Cool. Hey, Tish, how are you doing?
Thanks for coming on a watch.
What's going on in New Mexico?
Because it's there somewhere at the moment. It's
yeah.
I think they've got a heat wave in America.
You'd be bloody hot over there just right now, wouldn't it?
Whereas it's rather cold, but cold in our standards, I guess.
Yes. It's a bit cold.
But we've been up in the Gold Coast where it's been really nice and sunny. So I got back Saturday, and at least it was sunny. Whereas you guys, it must have been freezing last night.
That was insane. Yeah, it was very cold.
Yeah. It was really, really nice being up in the warmth. So, yeah.
They got it good up there in the Gold Coast.
Oh, they sure do. 100 will be today
At
Fahrenheit. So 100 Fahrenheit is
about 38.
38?
Roughly-ish, 37, 38 Celsius. That's hot.
It's very hot. Yeah. Is it?
Do you have siestas and shit like that? Because I would love that. Oh, that's the one thing I reckon was cool about that Mexican deal.
They're in New Mexico.
It's not
in America.
Yeah, but can you sneak a siesta? Because that's what I reckon. No, you're not allowed to. Okay, sorry, he's giving me shit. I'm in trouble. I mean, it's almost like it's on the same hotness.
Nice and cool at night.
Yes.
Because New Mexico is a desert
like
kind of
us.
region, isn't it? Like us here in the Riverlands. So.
Bloody hot in the day and freezing at night. Except we got a creek that runs past us.
No humidity, so yeah, it's pretty similar to here then.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Which is actually something I currently live down in Adelaide in the hill, like just at the bottom of a plain at the hills where the city is. And that was something for a long time I still aren't quite used to it, is growing up here where it'd be 45 but it'd be a dry heat. And that was nice. Whereas down in the city it'll be 38 but with humidity, and I'd be like, this is insane compared to where I came from. So yeah. Supposed to be here in Paddy, did you say you were in New Hampshire? So about 34 degrees Celsius. Yeah.
Like humidity, yes. No, I don't like humid hot. I got a mate that likes humid hot, and he's living in the Riverland. There's no humid hot here normally, but he likes it. So I don't know how that works, but me, I just like just nice, dry, hot. Well, I don't really like it hot because, well, the only good thing about it being my age when it's really bloody hot, you can go inside. Back in the day, I used to have to work through it. Now I just can't be stuffed.
Matt says, can't you get Foxtel to make you guys a TV show?
Well, it's about time. You could petition them. Actually, we were wondering, what's that stupid discovery? What were you talking about? The scientist-y thing that they do. They do bloody, not documentaries, but they do science. No, anyway, give me shit. Well, who knows, dude?
Yeah, I mean, Foxtel would be cool, but something, I think to keep the style of the show, something like Netflix or Stan might be a more suitable partner because they are more willing to take on Discovery Channel. Yeah, that's it.
That's what I was trying to say.
I think they're more like the good example. There was a chef, I can't remember what the show was called, and he went around and tried. I remember the pizza episode where he went to a Japanese restaurant, was doing pizza, and that had more that was similar to the style that we do, which is just its own pacing and not too much music and over editing. So yeah, I mean, yeah, Foxtel would be awesome too, but I think to maintain the style of the show would be similar, like a streaming partner would probably be more like it, or to keep it free and easy to access. We could, Patreon, or if you guys support us through Patreon, that'd also keep it free and easy to access here on YouTube instead. So instead of having to have a Foxtel subscription, but that's just something to think about.
Tish, you're quite right. They do well in the spring the best because that's when they're getting crazy. But they actually probably make, now this is going to be weird, they probably make the best breeding in spring, and generally if you got them in the right spot, they make the best honey in summer. As long as it's not stupid hot. Like when it gets stupid hot, they don't do too much because they're like us. They go, this is just bloody dumb. I'm going to stay inside and have a sleep.
Freya wants to know: Are you a fan of Mr. Bean?
Yeah, I love Mr. Bean. He's a bloody awesome actor. I love him. Rowan Atkinson, freaking funny as. The thing I love about him, other than me, I talk my ass off. He can make shit funny and doesn't say anything.
My favorite, other than Blackadder being amazing and Mr. Bean, my favorite Rowan Atkinson skit is the one where he pretends to be a conductor for an orchestra. That one's fantastic. You can find it on YouTube. It's brilliant.
Yeah, he's a very clever man.
Who's your footy team?
Oh, here we go. The footy team drama. I am honestly really shit. I'm a bad Australian because I'm not a footy fan. I kind of back one of those blue guys. Carlton, is it Carlton? I don't know. They got a blue jacket.
That's SNFL you're thinking of.
Yeah, he's asked. No, oh yeah, it was Sturton at SA.
Carlton's from Melbourne. You know.
Yeah, I know who they're from.
You go for Carlton. You're gonna tell me that you go for Carlton. You're just avoiding the fact that you don't actually care, really actually ever watch football.
I have watched football. And
You
I
go
just
for
barrack.
Carlton.
I'll barrack for something that my dad doesn't barrack for. My dad is a Mad Crows fan, and my brother is a Mad Crows fan. And when I was a little boy,
That's why I go for Port.
yeah, I know that. But when I was a little boy, they used to take me to. We used to go to the football, and I had to barrack for the opposition so they could beat the shit out of me, whether they won or lost or whatever. So I got a little bit disheartened. So I barracked for. I backed them blue dudes, the Carlton fellas. I think it's Carlton. I don't know. I'm a shit football supporter, so honestly, I don't give a shit.
Well, then just tell the truth.
But I do barrack for them, but I don't really
Carlton,
care.
you've never ever said.
I have. You never listen.
You go for Sturt, the Double Blues in the SNFL.
No, Carlton's are cool dudes.
Yeah, they're a really great team, Dad.
Well, they won a few times.
CJ, BJ, do you guys know about Reddit? Yeah, I'm the one posting the gifts, so yeah. Hope it's not borderlining on self-promotion, but I tried doing it indirectly through making gifts, and that way I can link in the comments without posting the videos directly, because I've tried doing the videos directly and I find that they don't get as much response. So I found that that's a good way of promoting the show and getting information out there by using some helpful information that they can get more through the
videos. I don't even know what we're talking about, so here we go.
Yeah. Where are you? What are you reading? Yeah, I found the Bush Bee Man when we posted on artisan videos in the subreddit one time. Yeah, the artisan web subredddit is a subreddit where you post videos about people doing stuff that takes a lot of skill.
Sorry, I've just moved on to the Manuka honey question. I honestly don't know, dude. I mean, the thing with the Manuka honey, it's supposed to be a medical honey. So it actually, the benefits are meant to be like if you have a sore and you can actually medically. I'm not sure about sticking it on your bloody toast in the morning. I don't think that's what it's about, but hell, I might be wrong. But I think the Manuka thing is about medical healing. Like, so if you've got a sore and you can rub it on, but honestly, I've used some normal honey and it works pretty cool too. But so yeah, it's I don't think it's actually meant to be on your toast because it kind of doesn't taste all that flash either. But anyway,
a beekeeper with his spare time on weekends. That doesn't sound right.
I haven't got any spare time. The lads just bloody beat me up and bring me home. I haven't. Oh, no, I haven't.
What did you say?
No, he said I've got spare time on the weekend. I haven't got any spare time. This is after hours.
Oh, making the show.
Yeah, we don't have any. I don't have any spare time. I just make time because it's good fun, and I like the fact that you guys respond. That's the cool thing. I've had some cool emails about people talking about that it gives them memories of their granddad or their own dad or shit like that, and so yeah, it's kind of cool.
Cool. How many hives do you have, and how many are you planning to grow to?
I have about a bit over 100. And after the conference on the weekend, I'm thinking if I get to 200 or 300, that will be silly enough. But who knows? I might get bloody stupid if the girls do that. They just keep bloody breeding. So I don't know. I'm not intending on getting too insane. So
Tish wants to know: does Australia have any good wines, or does drink imports?
No, we have some bloody awesome wines. We have a bad reputation here in the Riverland for our wines, but we do have some reasonable wines here, depending on the flavours you want. But down in the Barossa and the Coonawarra, and there's some kick-ass wines down there. If you like strong flavours, if you like a little bit milder drinking, the Riverland makes some really cool stuff. From Selena Estates makes some good wines. We got a Berry Estates, which is a bit more commercial, but it's still okay. We've got what are those other dudes that make 919? If you're into a bit of boutique shit, get onto the 919 website and get some of their crap. They have some really awesome little. That's a really small little winery, but it's bloody nice shit.
Yeah, they do some good work. Do we make Manuka honey? No, we don't.
No.
Yeah,
no. We haven't got any jelly plants, which is what we call them. But well, we have got some, but they're not active Manuka, whatever the hell that means. But anyway.
Oh, Brett meant on the weekends. The beekeeper having spare time on the weekend to follow football.
Oh yeah. Oh, sorry, Brett. Yes. Well,
No.
not really. No, that's the problem. That's the whole trouble. I find out afterwards, and then by then all the fun's gone.
Thanks, Matt. Cheers for watching, dude. If you head over to the website, you can grab some honey there. I know the international shipping's a bit expensive, but to the UK, I think it's cheaper than the US. So, dearer
to the UK.
Oh shit! Sorry,
but it's okay. Like I said, what you need to do, Matt. Is it Matt we're talking to?
Yep.
Matt, get together with some mates and get a box full. Like rather than just get one box, get 10 in a big box, and we can set it on a different transport, and then you can split it up, and you can make some money. What did you say? Was that the dude that said 10% earlier?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there you go. Hell, you might be able to make more than 10%.
What's the biggest problem keeping bees in Australia?
Well, no, not Varroa Mite yet. Is that further on? The biggest problem in Australia to getting big in beekeeping is the economics of paying people to help you. That's really on, and shit, people, places to put them, but to actually be able to manage the workload. Because I mean, now,
we don't really have a cheap labour force. I mean, I know that sounds bad, but yeah, I guess that's
to handle the manual labour.
I guess in America they've got that advantage. I don't drink anymore. I got some. Nice, cool. Did they say anything about the Varroa Mite detection at Port in Melbourne?
Yes, they did. It was in a little box. They'd come on the ship from America, but it wasn't
Texas. So.
Was it?
Yeah, Texas. But the captain noticed a couple of dead bees and then reported it. So, the captain did he deserves full credit for actually noticing and actually alerting, because he could have easily have just gone either not noticed or just go, bugger it, I can't be bothered. So it was so they I think they isolated the 3 containers and it was only 1 hive. So.
Yeah. It was just, I mean, it was just a beehive that got on the bottom of the box or the container, and it was just happily living there. It happens here all the time in Australia, as in they move around, and because the ladies are pretty ambitious, they just want to survive, and they don't know they got Varroa Mite. They just want to do their thing, and so good on the captain for actually being alert and seeing that it was a bad, and the what are they calling these specty people went and fixed it up.
Yeah, did it before he got to port, so that was fantastic. So, how much it is to get a big tub of your honey over to England?
I think it's a 1 kilo pot is about $38 or something ridiculous.
Australian, so I don't know what it's in pounds.
Well, it's less than it's 38 hours, and so less for you because obviously your pounds are worth more than us.
Do you have any? I don't know. They have detection hives in ports that always monitor for them.
Yeah, they do. They do have some detection hives. They have some hives that are actually active, as in they got bees in them, and so then they monitor them for diseases that might come in. And they've also got these cool little catching hives, which is kind of wicked ass. They've got a catching hive, and they've got a camera in it, and so they can hang on. The camera's in the hive, but they've also got this cool little door that'll shut, and then they can decide what the hell they caught. And if they see that it's like bees or wasps or some shit, they'll go and actually go there. So you got to love technology.
Yeah. And I think that's been the Australian government since the customs. I'm assuming customs, isn't it, or biosecurity, done a pretty good job at maintaining the Varroa Mite issue, and
they're doing as best as they can. I mean, hell, I think we're the only country left.
One of the only, I think,
I think we're the only continent.
I think we're the only continent that's left.
Yeah,
I'm not sure about countries, but
qualify that.
Oh, I don't know.
Google that shit up. But I know there's not too many left anyway.
There's always the adage: if you say it with confidence,
I like it.
You say it with confidence, people just believe anything. Isn't that what you pretty much do in every video?
Yeah, well, I just pretend I know what I'm doing. I think everybody can see through it. I'm full of shit, but anyway.
The hive, making the hive fridge videos, it's about a 5-part series. So it was kind of, unfortunately with winter, with beekeeping, we had to come up with something to keep making episodes, and we didn't want to.
That's what he thinks. I think it's a fucking cool
idea. I think it's awesome too. So I'm just preempting that some people might find it annoying to watch 5 parts of it, but it was a way of us not going to 1 episode a week. So thank you for your patience if you're not enjoying it, and thank you for enjoying it. If
Just
you do
wait until we get to the end. It actually works.
It does work. The funny part about
this is a hilarious bit.
we shot an intro, or we tried to shoot an intro where you actually see the end product of the first one he built to try and make sure that you felt like it was worth watching, that it actually got finished. But because when Dad doesn't want to do something, he'll sabotage whatever we're doing and make sure it's unusable. So he did a really good job at that on that particular one. So hopefully, maybe one day I'll put that in the blooper reel.
I didn't really mean to sabotage it. I just...
Yes, you did.
Okay,
totally did it on purpose. Tish says they got some really good honey here in New Mexico and Colorado. Honey's good and fragrant. All the forests in Colorado seem to protect the health of the bee population. Awesome.
And that's good. That's what you want. Yes, exactly right. And I think as a community, we need to actually try to protect the little bit of natural forest we've got left, because it's under all sorts of threats from logging and pesticides and all sorts of stuff. And I think as a collective of humans, we need to actually protect the little bit of forest we've got left. So I don't know how much forest technically we have.
Yeah, but and also planting, if you do decide to plant plants to, I don't know, create a screen of stuff or anything like that, just maybe consider planting bee-friendly plants, ones that bees like. So that's something to consider. Messa Mum doesn't really want to be in the front of the camera, but we will maybe I would like to see Dad attempt to make a candle just out of curiosity, see if he could figure it out. But
I think I'm getting the wife to help me make them. She made some wicked ass soap the other day. She made this cool soap and then got all thingy because it wasn't quite perfectly. I used it in the shower tonight and it's bloody awesome.
We got some moisturizer and lip balm coming out soon when Dad finally gets the postage thing sorted.
He's picking on me again.
So if everybody keeps sending him emails to harass him about it, so then we can actually launch that part of the website, because launch those items, because otherwise the postage becomes a nightmare. So email Dad at bushbee2017@gmail.com and harass him endlessly to get Australia Post membership up so we can do the postage properly.
So if you're going to give me shit, send him an email about the bloody hats too, because he's done squat about that.
Send those complaints to Bushbee.
No, you can't send the hat complaints to me. That's crap. Send it to, what is it, John 644? You can't fucking remember his email address anyway.
You can't remember it. That's a problem.
6foot4productions.com. Who's got a fucking clue? But anyway, it's too bloody big to remember. He did that, so I purposely can't get complaints.
True. I'm only 6'3", 6'3.5", not 6'4", but it just didn't have the same ring, so
he just sort of
hence the production company name.
We hung him long on in the shed to try and get the extra inch, but it didn't happen.
Yeah, true.
What's it? 6.3.
6 foot.
It wouldn't really sound the same, would it? 6.3.5.
Yeah.
Nah. if he wears his cowboy boots, he's 6.4.
Yeah. You're going to show us what bees look like during the winter.
Fucking cold. That's what they look like. Yeah, we can show you a little bit. Mainly they're just huddled up. Pretty much is what they're doing. They're just rubbing each other and trying to keep warm. It's a bit like, no, I can't show you. I was thinking about a nightclub, but anyway.
A nightclub?
Well, when you rub together and keep warm.
I don't know if that's what people rub together at a nightclub.
Don't they? Is that not why they're rubbing together?
Probably
not. Other problems.
I don't know.
I tell you, he's getting sensitive.
I'm not getting sensitive. I'm just stirring you up, making you feel awkward.
I'm not awkward. I'm just going to go to the loo.
Cool. Dad's going to go to the toilet. If he
talks about me, I want you to let me know.
Cool. Yeah. Dad'll be back in about a minute or so, but we'll wrap it up in about 6 or 7 minutes. But have you ever gotten stung? Me personally, yes, I get stung on the chin pretty often because the head cover has a screen mesh, and I lean in to look at the camera viewfinder, and my chin hits the edge of the mesh, and they get me right on the chin. So, but on my birthday last year, November, Dad came down to the city and we removed, if you can remember, the beehive from the power box. He brought his bee suit but forgot mine, so I filmed that episode without a bee suit and got stung here on my face and here, and I had like half an elephant face going on my birthday. Yeah, my wife found it quite amusing. So did my sister. But yeah, I look like the elephant man. So yeah, I get sometimes stung in the ankle, but that's only because the bees like to wiggle their way through the material. But yeah, Dad got stung on the ear the other week, and that he couldn't get the stinger out. If you saw in the cupboard video part 2, so yeah, he it was pretty funny. But no, yeah, you get a few stings, but not too many. I think the more you get, you either go one way, like Dad said previously, you go one way or the other. You either get worse when you get stung, or like a lot more, or you don't get as much of a reaction, which is thankfully where I'm going. So yeah. Yeah, Mark, that's something I'm going to try and. There's 2 options with the camera inside the hive. I'm going to either use a newt box and cut sides out of it and put perspex in to film. That way I can move brood comb, move it one side across so that it doesn't interfere with the bees too much. Or the other one is I saw somebody had a hive set up with a GoPro on one side and a light on the other and lit it that way. So messy. Yeah, I need to remove that. The barbecue references to my cooking channel, Free to Cook. So if you want some good cooking ideas, head over to that. I just copied and pasted. When we started making these videos, I copied and pasted the Amazon links over from that. So yeah, feeling better?
Much relieved.
Did
the things that go on when you have a bladder that works.
Did the beehive from the doorway make it?
The doorway? Well, they're struggling, but they're not doing too bad. Like I'm fingers crossed. we've got the main bit, but shit, I don't know. They've had some other issues.
Yeah, but the cupboard ones are going.
The cupboard ones are rocking.
Yeah, you'll see they make a comeback in the fridge videos, so you'll get to see them again. And something else we removed from that property? No, we didn't.
No, we left the fridges.
The one from the garage or the carport they're doing really good. The ones that are the most amazing are the ones from the bird boxes.
Yeah,
they're incredible.
Yeah, and they're friendly and productive. So
yeah, Master wants to know: are we going to collect the one from the wall?
Well, maybe. Well, I don't know. It depends on the farmers, really. Like the people that own the house there. Up to that point, we've sort of removed the ones that they wanted to get rid of. So they haven't sort of. Maybe they don't know they're there yet, but so that might be the next negotiation.
Yeah. Many vids wants to know: have you kept native stingless bees? They make little sugar bags for honey storage.
Well, I have looked into the stingless bees, but down here in South Oz, there's not real community ones that are known of. There's plenty up in Queensland. They have community honeybee, like stingless bees, but down here they're sort of all singular. So they really all just live together, but by themselves. If that makes any sense. Yeah.
That's something we're gonna make a video. I think we're planning to make a native beehive in my backyard, hopefully. So, because I live in Adelaide and I've seen a lot of native bees around on my plants and stuff. I see some normal honeybees, but I see a fair few little native ones. So, yeah.
Just to let you know, Matt, I've got a pair of trackies on, so my flies all good.
I see. Yeah, I live in Townsville. Perfect weather for it. So,
yes. Yeah. That's ideal up there. If you're talking about stingless bees, that's perfect for them up there. Is that what you mean?
Yeah. Do they pay you to remove, or do you pay them for the bees?
At this particular moment in time, I'm just doing it because I love my ladies, but I'm kind of thinking I'm going to ask them to pay me to go and get them because it's getting a bit crazy.
Yeah.
But it just depends.
But at the
It depends
moment, it
on-
works in the sense that you get bees.
Yeah,
They get rid of the bees, but he also gets bees.
Yeah. Well, and I was trying to get I am still trying. Well, I've got a couple of really nice strains now that I'm thinking I'm going to use. So I'll see how it goes going forward, as in how much of it I do.
Cool. All right, I think we just hit the hour mark. Has anybody got any last questions before we go? But thank you guys for checking out the live stream. Make sure you check out our Patreon page and help support us. $1, even $1 makes a huge difference. So yeah, thank you guys for all the support you guys give us, and thank you for all the amazing comments, Dad. And I'm the one commenting back, but Dad always reads them and lets me know.
And thanks for watching and giving us some positive feedback. It's awesome.
Yeah, you guys make it worthwhile, and you guys we're helping us create a fantastic community behind this channel, and it's been fantastic. So we'll do another live. We're gonna, like we said last time, we're doing this monthly. So
thanks, Tish. We love you too.
So check out tomorrow night, part 3 of our fridge hive. So
it's an ongoing saga, but it might be worth watching. You never know, you can make your own and send me a picture.
Or any other
yes,
if you've made any
him.
Awesome. Coach Lexi is waiting on our shirt, so that'd be
awesome.
So thanks
they look
guys
pretty
for
cool,
watching.
The shirts.
We'll keep up the good work, and thank you for supporting us, and we'll be back next month with our live stream.
And thank you for emails, because that encourages me and helps me sort of, anyway, I like reading them, and I like the interaction and the fact that you guys are enjoying it. It's awesome, because it's all too bloody short, this life, isn't it? We might as well have a laugh. Fuck it.
Cool. That's a good note to leave it on. So thank you everybody for all the questions. Thank you for watching, and make sure you share. Make sure to get the word out there. Help us by sharing the videos around on your social media, and check out the Patreon page. And thank you for all the comments. Keep commenting and liking the videos. So thanks, guys.
Peace,
really
brothers.
Fresh. Have a good night or morning or day, wherever you are in the world. So.
Take it easy. Bye.
See you guys. Bye.